What's up, fellow interneters? What's going on? Coming at you midweek in April. Down here in Tacoma, Washington, in our house. We're finally all the way moved in down here. And so I've been a little bit off my game making the videos for what's been going on in the fish room. This is a bit of a montage of the stuff that's going on, and I'm also going to try and answer some questions as things go along here in the video. I will have another video coming out right after this one, probably tomorrow morning or something like that, with some of the other stuff that's been going on, because I've been really lacking in getting the videos uploaded, because I've been setting up my office, we've been moving the house, we've been getting everything going, and I've just been running into issue after issue after issue. Life's just been throwing me curveballs and nonsense. Those of you that follow me on Facebook and Instagram know that I decapitated my thumb last week, early last week, so I'm about a week and a half into healing now. Pretty much destroyed my thumb, so things have been kind of out of whack as far as building and whatnot. As you can see in this video here, I still have both thumbs. Oh, look at those glorious thumbs. Oh, and as you can see here, I'm just roughing in some of the electric. I got some help from some people on this electric, if you know what I'm saying. Some people, if you know what I mean. Some of the things that are a little bit different in regards to this electrical, we ran everything from the box, pretty much independent to its own breaker. Potato was down here and actually helped me pull a new wire, because we had initially pulled the wrong wire to run out to the sub panel out here. It wasn't the wrong wire, it was just sort of going to be lower service than I had initially intended, so I ended up adding the fourth wire to it. I ran some 6-3 service wire out here, all copper, so that you could potentially have 220 out here if you wanted. We basically just ran two 110s, 120s, however you want to call them. Our voltage here runs at 119.7, so it's close to 120, and doesn't fluctuate very much, because it's kind of a well-established area that we moved to that has been here for a long time, named after Thomas Alva Edison, the pseudo grandfather of electricity. So they've been pretty cognizant in making sure that the things electrically around here run pretty well, so not all that bad. We got most of the plumbing done. This video is realistically a lot of the stuff I did a while ago. A lot of this stuff has already been done. You can see in this video here, there isn't even any electricity in the shop. It's all, like goofy clip-on lights and nonsense like that. You can see here in the video, I finally had finished all of the ceiling joists and all the crazy math and all the gussets that needed to go in order to stabilize this building. The framing in this was really wacky and horrendous, and I was thinking about making a video about doing the framing for this. Unfortunately, I think there would have been too many people that would have taken some of the ideas and run with them without knowing how to do the math. And this isn't necessarily a tutorial video on like how to do anything. This is more of just like what I'm up to kind of video. So there isn't really, I'm not really including anything in here that's like, here's how you do this, here's how you do that, whatever. This is just realistically a lot of the work that's going into getting the new fish room done, and just the stuff that I've been doing and being able to set up the camera to just kind of highlight what's been up, what's been going on, what's happening. I would like to do more how-to videos of other stuff in the future at some point in time. I don't have a cameraman or anybody like that can really help out with that kind of stuff, and it just ends up being really time-consuming to try and put those kinds of videos together. And there are a lot of people out there making how to drywall, how to run electrical, how to do framing and all that kind of stuff out there. I mean, this old house, those dudes... That is like a well-produced TV show that I watch on YouTube. I actually just watch all the episodes on YouTube in a row. So, do I necessarily think that's something I need to do? Not really. I just kind of like to be able to let you guys know what I'm up to. As you can see in the video here at this point, most of the electrical has been run. So even some of the insulation that's going on in this room has already been put on some of the exterior walls. We are insulating the whole entire room. Even the interior walls and stuff like that, because the rest of the shop isn't necessarily going to be heated all that much, and also because of moisture content and all that kind of stuff. As we're moving air in and out, we want to have it insulated so we can actually maintain the temperature of the things that we're trying to do within the space here. And it's obvious here when there are no walls in yet. It looks really like a huge room. Honestly, it's only like 205 square feet. So if you think, well, how big is 205 square feet? It's like if you had a nice master bedroom. It's just like a nice master bedroom's amount of space. Not a huge, overwhelming one, but the ceiling height is really nice. It's just below 8 feet. It's not too high or too low. I hate it when a room has a ceiling that's too low, but honestly, things have been coming out very well, even with all of the insanity that has gone on here. One thing I want to mention was I forget the guy's name. Well, Blake Bryant was saying some stuff. Oh, he was saying stuff about Kansas. Never mind. Sorry, that's the wrong guy. Peter Lindholm. Oh, that is weird that his last name is it's weird that his last name is Lindholm. Peter Lindholm was talking to me about the concrete that I did. Yeah, in the earlier video, the concrete that we did was actually just pouring an individual footer. That's basically like starting out this concrete pour. This concrete pour had to be done in 3 stages. I couldn't do it all in one solid pour and be able to get it in and get it properly done the way that I wanted it to do. The first pour was just a footer piece that actually had, I don't know if you could see it in the last video, but it actually has rebar that was encased in it, and you can see the nubs coming out. And from that, we tied in rebar and all that to the next stage, which was just in that little bit of the video before there. And then the third pour is this final layout right here. Was also tied in with rebar, which we drilled holes in and pounded them in and did all that stuff. So it is definitely your advice, yes, is totally correct. It's totally correct, and that's what we did. But I had to start out with doing an individual footer pour right into the ground so that I could actually have something to connect all of these rebar pieces to, because of how dinky the initial the old slab was. I couldn't just drill into the slab and end up with anything that was going to work. So that's why I had to do it in 3 stages like that, so I can essentially build out enough of a slab and connect everything all together to give it some support, and also close out that side of the building to make sure no moisture or mice or birds or whatever the hell is going to get in that way. I know that this part of the video is a little bit dark. You can kind of see around in here. This is once we had buttoned up most of the electrical here within the building, just giving you an idea. You can see some of the heights are quite different from standard electrical that you would see inside a living space. This is not a living space. This is utility space. So the outlets are higher up off the ground to lessen risk of and this water is a big thing. So they are offset up at 24 inches instead of 12. And then the rest of the outlets on the exterior all set up at 48 inches. Generally, that's pretty much the height where a typical light switch would be at, to give you an idea if you don't know how high 48 inches is. And that's just mainly for access. As you can see, the same ditch that I ran here, I went down a little over 30 inches to lay the pipe for the electrical that went in, and then backfilled in 10 inches above that. And now I'm running the water line there to make sure that I have at least you know, you have to have 6 inches plus for code. So I'm beyond that. There's enough space in between everything to be up to code, and running that just an individual line instead of gluing any kind of pressure line. I recommend using you know, PEX or SharkBiter and that kind of stuff. So you can just run one individual line and just roll it out like that. It's way easier than trying to glue pressure stuff together and hoping that it doesn't break underneath. And you know, that extruded, the extruded SharkBite or PEX or whatever you're going to use is one solid piece. So really the chances of it leaking or breaking or anything like that underground are really slim. So like it being one unit like that. And typically if you're gluing CPVC underground, you I guess your objective would be to save a couple of dollars, but and there's just a couple rocks on there just to help hold it down before I put the dirt in. The idea would be to be saving a couple of dollars, but PEX is so cheap now. I mean, you can buy you know, 100-foot roll of it for like, I think $24 or something like that. So you might save $2 or something, but you'll waste all your time gluing and stuff like that. You can see here just to the side of the doors where I ran this water, the water in. So there's actually a spigot that goes outside and a spigot that goes inside right next to the door right there, so I can always keep an eye on what's going on with that. And then the electricals on the other side of the door. So I think the layout and everything seems to be coming together really well. But that's what's going on for this video. Like I said, I got another video coming right up. I'm going to start editing that here, well, as soon as we render this and upload this one. Those of you out there that want to support the channel and stuff that's going on, we have a lot of stuff up and coming, podcasts, all that stuff. I'm getting done setting up my office right now. Go to darkstararts.com and click the Amazon link. Through April, they're giving us a little extra kickback for people ordering through there. So go ahead and check that stuff out. And that's going to be the end of this video today. All right, later.